Hello friends, in this video I am going to discuss asymptotes of polar curves. For this we need some identities, trigonometric identities that we have already learned in our school level classes. Okay, first is sin theta is 0 if and only if theta is equal to n pi. Second is cos theta is equal to 0 if and only if theta is equal to 2n plus 1 pi by 2. Same way tan theta is equal to 0 gives theta is equal to n pi, and also we have sin theta is equal to sin alpha if we have theta is equal to n pi plus minus 1 power n alpha where n is an integer. Same way cos theta is equal to cos alpha gives theta is equal to 2n pi plus minus alpha where n again belongs to z, and tan theta is equal to tan alpha will give theta is equal to n pi plus alpha where n belongs to z. These are trigonometric identities that we already know. These will be very useful in finding asymptotes of polar curves. That results we are going to use in finding asymptotes of polar curves. Okay, now we have a result to find the asymptote of polar curves. Let us first consider the statement of this result. Let the equation of a polar curve be expressed as 1 by r is equal to f theta. Let alpha be a root of f theta is equal to 0. Then r sin theta minus alpha is equal to 1 by f dash alpha is an asymptote of the curve. If my polar curve equation is 1 by r is equal to f theta, then my asymptote is given by this equation. This is my equation of curve, polar curve. Then this is my equation of asymptote. Okay, first let us prove this result. If I have this curve, and here I have the point P r theta, where theta is the angle which this curve makes with x-axis. Theta is the angle this curve makes with x-axis at the point P r theta. Okay, let P r theta be any point on the given curve, and theta is the angle which this point makes with the x-axis. Okay, then x is equal to r cos theta and y is equal to r sin theta. That is, r is 1 upon f theta. From here I get, that means this can be written as 1 upon f theta cos theta, and this can be written as 1 by f theta sin theta. Okay, now clearly as my p tends to infinity, if r tends to infinity, then this point p also tends to infinity. As r tends to infinity, p tends to infinity along the curve. Okay, now let us see this. Now clearly p tends to infinity along the curve if r tends to infinity, and since 1 upon r is equal to f theta, then means as r tends to infinity, f theta will tends to 0. Therefore f theta tends to 0 as r tends to infinity. Also we have, since alpha is a root of f theta is equal to 0, that means when f theta tends to 0, I can say theta tends to alpha as r tends to infinity. This limit we are going to use to find the asymptotes. Theta tends to alpha as r tends to infinity. For finding asymptotes, we have to find m and c, and substituting that values in y is equal to mx plus c. Okay, now m is given by, m is limit p tending to infinity y by x Now this is equal to limit. Now as my p tends to infinity, theta tends to alpha. Theta tends to alpha. And y is given by 1 upon f theta sine theta, and 1 upon this x is 1 upon f theta cos theta. That means this is tan alpha. This get cancelled out. Sin theta by cos theta is tan theta. On taking limit as theta tends to alpha, this will give us tan alpha. Fine. Now c is given by limit p tending to infinity y minus mx. Now substituting values of y, m and x here. Limit is theta tends to alpha. Y is 1 upon f theta sine theta. M is tan alpha. And x is 1 upon f theta cos theta. Okay. Now this is equal to limit theta tending to alpha. This can be written as sin alpha by cos alpha. Therefore, this I can write as sin theta cos alpha minus sin alpha cos theta whole divided by cos alpha into f theta. That I can write this as. Now this means further this can be written as theta tending to alpha. This is nothing but sin theta minus alpha. Sin theta minus alpha is sin theta cos alpha minus sin alpha cos theta, and this is cos alpha f of theta. Okay. Now I can write this as taking cos alpha to left hand side, taking cos alpha to right hand side. This implies c cos alpha is equal to limit theta tending to alpha sin theta minus alpha by f theta. On taking limit as theta tending to alpha, this will be sin 0 which is 0 and f of alpha which is 0, since alpha is a root of f theta is equal to 0. That means this is 0 by 0 indeterminate form. Now applying L'Hopital rule and differentiating numerator and denominator separately, I get this as limit theta tending to alpha cos theta minus alpha upon f dash theta, and on taking limit this is cos 0 which is 1 and this is 1 upon f dash alpha. This is the value of c. Now my m is tan alpha and c is 1 upon f dash c is, here we have c into cos alpha. Therefore c is given by 1 upon cos alpha into f dash alpha. C is given by this. Okay. Therefore asymptote y is equal to mx plus c will becomes on substituting values of y, m, c and x. This becomes r sin theta is equal to, y is r sin theta is equal to tan alpha, m is tan alpha and m is r cos theta plus 1 upon f dash alpha is c is this cos alpha, this is f dash alpha cos alpha. Okay. Now this can be written as taking tan alpha to be sin alpha upon cos alpha. I can write this as r sin theta cos alpha is equal to r sin alpha cos theta plus 1 upon f dash alpha. That means this is r sin theta cos alpha minus sin alpha cos theta is equal to 1 upon f dash alpha. On simplifying, I can write this as r sin theta minus alpha is equal to 1 upon f dash alpha. Therefore, asymptote of polar curve is given by r sin theta minus alpha is equal to f dash alpha. Okay, this is the asymptote of polar curves. This is the asymptote of polar curve. Now we consider some examples of asymptotes of polar curves. How to find asymptotes of polar curves using this result. Okay, let us consider some examples. Let us consider some examples. Now, find the asymptotes of following curves. First curve given to us is r is equal to a theta upon theta minus 1. Let us find its asymptote. Okay, r is equal to a theta upon theta minus 1. Now we know f theta is equal to 1 upon r. That is, it is equal to theta minus 1 by a theta. Now f theta is equal to 0 will give us theta is equal to 1. Now let us take alpha to be 1 because alpha is the root of f theta is equal to 0. Fine. Also f dash theta is equal to, applying quotient rule of differentiation, this is a theta into 1 minus theta minus 1 into a. On simplifying, this gives us a theta minus a theta plus a upon a theta whole square. This will get cancelled out. I get 1 upon a theta square. Okay, therefore f dash alpha, so f dash alpha is equal to 1 upon a alpha square, which gives f dash 1, since alpha is 1, this is equal to 1 upon a. Okay, now therefore asymptote of the curve is r sine theta minus alpha is equal to 1 upon f dash alpha. That is, substituting values of alpha, I get r sine theta minus 1 is equal to a. Therefore, this is the asymptote of this curve r is equal to a theta upon theta minus 1. Okay, now let us consider second example. Now consider second example. R is equal to a upon 1 by 2 minus cos theta. Okay, now same here also f theta is equal to 1 by r, which is equal to 1 by 2 minus cos theta by a, or it can be written as 1 minus 2 cos theta upon 2a. Now f theta is equal to 0 will give me 1 minus 2 cos theta is equal to 0. That means cos theta is equal to 1 by 2, and we know cos 60 degree is 1 by 2, cos 60 is 1 by 2. Therefore, this is written as cos pi by 3, and using the result of cos theta is equal to cos alpha, I can write my theta as theta is equal to 2n pi plus minus pi by 3. That means here we have two roots of f theta is equal to 0. Now take alpha 1 and alpha 2 be the two roots of f theta is equal to 0. Take alpha 1 to be 2n pi plus pi by 3 and alpha 2 as 2n pi minus pi by 3. Okay, then r sine theta minus alpha 1 is equal to 1 upon f dash alpha 1, and r sine theta minus alpha 2 is equal to 1 upon f dash alpha 2 are the asymptotes of given curve. Okay, now we have to find f dash theta. Okay, we will now find the derivative. Now f theta is equal to 1 upon 2a minus 1 by a cos theta. That means f dash theta is equal to, this will be 0, this is minus 1 upon a minus sin theta. That is 1 by a sin theta. Therefore, f dash alpha 1 is equal to 1 upon a sin 2n pi plus pi by 3. That means this is equal to 1 upon a sin pi by 3, and sin pi by 3 is root 3 by 2. This is equal to root 3 upon 2a. Okay, and similarly f dash alpha 2 is equal to 1 upon a sin 2n pi minus pi by 3. This is equal to 1 upon a, this will be minus sin pi by 3, minus here sin pi by 3. This is minus root 3 by 2a. Okay, now consider r sin theta minus alpha 1 is equal to 1 upon f dash alpha 1. Okay, now I consider this. Okay, now I consider this. Now this is r sin theta cos alpha 1 minus cos theta sin alpha 1. This is equal to 1 upon f dash alpha 1. Now substituting value of alpha 1 here, I get this is sin theta cos 2n pi plus pi by 3 minus cos theta sin 2n pi plus pi by 3, and this is equal to 1 upon f dash alpha. This is equal to 2a by root 3. Okay, now this is cos pi by 3 and this is sin pi by 3. Okay, now substituting values of cos 2n pi plus pi by 3 and sin 2n pi plus pi by 3, in this I get this is equal to r sin theta into 1 by 2 minus cos theta root 3 by 2 is equal to 2a by root 3. Okay, now this is equal to, taking root 3 outside, I get root 3r, this taking root 3 here on left hand side, I get this as 1 by 2 sin theta minus root 3 by 2 cos theta is equal to 2a. This means this is equal to root 3 by 2 r sin theta minus root 3 cos theta is equal to 2a. This can further be written as r root 3 sin theta minus 3 cos theta is equal to 4a. This is one asymptote. Okay, same way I will find second asymptote. Consider r sin theta minus alpha 2 is equal to 1 upon f dash alpha 2. This implies r sin theta cos alpha 2 minus cos theta sin alpha 2 is equal to 1 upon f dash alpha 2. This means r. Now on substituting value of alpha 2 in this equation, I get sin theta cos 2n pi minus pi by 3 minus cos theta sin 2n pi minus pi by 3 is equal to minus 2a by root 3. This gives us r sin theta cos 2n pi minus pi by 3 is cos pi by 3, which is 1 by 2, and sin 2n pi minus pi by 3 is minus sin pi by 3, which is minus root 3 by 2. Minus minus will get cancelled out, and this will give us cos theta into root 3 by 2 is equal to minus 2a by root 3. Okay, this implies root 3 by 2 sin theta plus root 3 cos theta is equal to minus 2a, which is further equal to r root 3 sin theta plus 3 cos theta is equal to minus 4a. This is the second asymptote. That means this and this are two asymptotes of given curve. Okay, now let us consider next example. We consider next example 3. R pi plus theta is equal to AE theta. Solution. Now R is equal to AE theta upon pi plus theta. F theta is equal to 1 by R is equal to pi plus theta upon AE theta. Now F theta is equal to 0 will give us theta is equal to minus pi. Take alpha to be equal to minus pi. Also f dash theta is equal to 1 by a outside. Now applying differentiation rule of quotient rule of differentiation. This is numerator square e theta square e2 theta. A is outside. This is e theta into 1 minus pi plus theta into e theta. This is equal to 1 by a e theta minus pi e theta minus theta e theta by e2 theta. Okay, that means this is equal to e theta 1 minus pi minus theta upon a e2 theta, or it can be further written as e theta. E theta will get cancelled out. E theta will get cancelled out, and we are left with 1 e theta in the denominator. This can be further written as 1 minus pi plus theta upon a e theta. 1 e theta will be cancelled out. That means 1 minus pi plus theta a e theta. This is 1. Okay, this is my f dash theta. That means f dash alpha will be equal to, alpha is minus pi. This is 1 minus pi upon a e minus pi. This is equal to, this is 0. E pi will be, this is equal to e pi by a. F dash alpha is equal to this. Okay, now my f dash alpha is given by e pi by a. Alpha is minus pi here, f dash alpha is this. Now substituting these values in the asymptote, r sin theta minus alpha is equal to 1 upon f dash alpha. Therefore the asymptote is given by r sin theta minus alpha is equal to 1 upon f dash alpha. Now substituting values of f dash alpha, and alpha is equal to minus pi here, I get this as r sin theta minus will give us plus, this is theta plus pi is equal to a upon e pi. Now sin theta plus pi is minus sin theta. This means this is minus r sin theta is equal to a upon e pi. This gives us r sin theta plus a e pi is equal to 0, which can further be written as r sin theta into e pi plus a is equal to 0. This is the asymptote. Okay. Now we consider next example. R is equal to a cosec theta plus b. Now we have to find out the asymptote of this curve. Here f theta is equal to 1 by r, that is 1 upon a cosec theta plus b. Now we know cosec theta is 1 by sin theta. This can be written as a by sin theta plus b, which on simplification will give us sin theta upon a plus b sin theta. Now f theta is equal to 0. F theta is equal to 0 will give us sin theta is equal to 0. That means theta is equal to n pi. Okay, now we find the f derivative, f dash theta we have to find. Now we find f dash theta. Now f dash theta is equal to a plus b sin theta whole square to a plus b sin theta into cos theta minus sin theta into b cos theta. This on simplification will give us a cos theta plus b sin theta cos theta minus b sin theta cos theta upon a plus b sin theta whole square. This will get cancelled out and we are left with a cos theta upon a plus b sin theta whole square. Okay. Therefore, f dash alpha, on substituting value of alpha, substituting theta as alpha, I get a cos alpha by a plus b sin alpha whole square. Okay, and we know alpha is n pi. That means this can further be written as a cos n pi upon a plus b sin n pi whole square, which has two values. This will be, if my n is odd, then cos n pi will be minus 1. That means this is minus a upon, this will be 0 whether n is even or odd, but it is minus 1 if n is odd, and it is plus 1 if n is even. Therefore, this is written as minus a by a square is equal to minus 1 by a if n is odd, and it is a by a square, which is 1 by a if n is even. Okay, therefore asymptote is r sin theta minus alpha is equal to 1 upon f dash alpha. Now this can be written as r sin theta cos alpha minus cos theta sin alpha is equal to 1 upon f dash alpha. This is equal to this. Now on substituting value of alpha as n pi, I get sin theta cos n pi minus cos theta sin n pi upon 1 by f dash n pi. Okay, now this is equal to r sin theta cos n pi is equal to 1 upon f dash n pi. Since sin n pi is 0 always, whether n is even or n is odd. Now this is equal to, this has two values according as n is odd or n is even. Now this is equal to, this will imply r sin theta, if my n is odd, this will be equal to minus 1, and here it is minus a if n is odd. And if my n is even, this is equal to 1, therefore r sin theta into 1, and it is a if n is even. Here also I have minus r sine theta is equal to minus a, which give us r sine theta is equal to a, and here also I have r sine theta is equal to a. Therefore, in any case, asymptote is r sine theta is equal to a, whether n is even or n is odd. Therefore, this is the asymptote, is an asymptote. Okay, this is how we have to find the asymptotes of polar curves. That's it for polar curves. Now, if you have any queries or any suggestions, please write to me in comment box. Thank you.